Hi everyone, I had a flow sheet here. I'll be added PRD number 1 and PSP number 1 at the exit of the compressor and the exit of the pump. I want to add another rupture disc at the exit steam out of the heat exchanger. So I click on add rupture disc. A blue square here, right click and add. Okay, number 2, rupture disc number 2. I click on it and I'll go to the equipment window and pane. The unit operation protected is heat exchanger number 1. The operating temperature is according to the reference. I select from the drop down menu the reference, so the design temperature and the operating pressure are equal. The operating pressure is according to the reference 111 bar gauge, and design temperature is manual, but I select the reference. It says to me that I should create an emergency scenario. I go to scenario tab and create a scenario. As you see, the name of the scenario is 4, and that I select the scenario for my heat exchanger. For example, cold side of exchanger blocked in. I select the sizing case. It said to me that relieving flows must be specified. I open the scenario and go to the scenario number 4. As you see, the same of the scenario and type of the scenario as appeared here. The reference stream is steam out. The relieving temperature, I select the reference, and the relieving pressure is 122.5. I click on edit. The allowable overpressure is 10% according to the standard. The total back pressure, I click on edit. As you see, the constant over superimposed back pressure is equal to the atmospheric pressure, and variable superimposed back pressure, I select, for example, 1.5 bar gauge. The total back pressure is the sum of build-up back pressure and variable superimposed back pressure. I click on OK. And the relieving phase method, I select the flow resistant L to D. The required relieving flow according to the reference is 6.9 kilogram per hour. It says that select a rupture disc diameter. I select the rupture disc diameter 25 centimeter. It says to me I should go to the line sizing tab to select the size of the line inlet and outlet of the temperature of the rupture disc. So I'll go to rupture disc number 4, the main flow sheet, click on it, and line sizing. As you see, I can calculate the equivalent length for 4 pipe fittings. I can calculate it. 2 windows that appeared here. First, I line sizing for input and output of the pipes. The nominal diameter of input, I selected 8 inch, and the schedule can be a standard. And for outline, the selection is 12 inch and the schedule is standard. It takes some seconds to run the simulation. You should be patient. It goes to green. Also, I can calculate the equivalent length pipe fittings. As you see here, the calculated equivalent length for in and out line is 50 meter. If I use 1 gate valve for inlet line and 1 gate valve for outlet line, as you see, when I select the fittings for inlet line and outlet line, the calculated equivalent length for inlet and outlet is changed. For example, I can select 90-degree long radius for inlet line 2. It takes some seconds to save it, and the calculated equivalent length for inlet and outlet line for inlet is changed. Okay, as you see, when I select the 10-inch nominal diameter for inlet line, the pressure drop is 36 bar gauge, so I can change the diameter 40, for example, for inlet line. Why am I doing the Rapture Y? I should be patient to run the simulation. It says I should go to the okay. I'll be back to the rupture disk environment, and for outlet line 40, the pressure drop decreases when I increase the nominal diameter of the line size for inlet line and outlet line. Okay, that's finished. Thank you for watching. See you later.